What's going on, everyone? Today, we're going to talk about Game of Thrones, episode 2 of the final season. I'm a big-time Game of Thrones fan. I'm so glad that it's actually back so we can actually watch this final season. And the talk of the town from last night's episode was the scene between Arya Stark and Gendry. Gendry and Arya Stark, in case you don't know, spoiler alert, they got it on. And it's been causing a little bit of controversy, around the Game of Thrones fandom. I guess they were kind of shocked to see Arya naked, even though it was very, very conservative nudity, I guess you can say, even if you can really say that, because you really don't see anything. But I guess people were caught up in the moment because we watched Maisie Williams portray this character ever since she was like 11 years old. And now Maisie Williams is a 22-year-old young woman. And we see her nude in this. So I think it caught a lot of people by surprise. For me, it did kind of catch me by surprise to a certain extent. But in a certain kind of way, it wasn't surprising. And I'll tell you about that. I was surprised because watching Arya as a character has developed over these 8 seasons, she went from a young, naive young girl into a trained assassin. This woman is dangerous. She's a killer. She is the girl with no face. A girl has no name. She's a part of the Faceless Gods or something like that. I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. But that's the way she assassinates people. And she's really shown no interest in men throughout any of the seasons. She's been all about killing the people on her list. Now, she hasn't killed everybody on the list. The Hound was on her list, and apparently he's not on the list anymore. But that's all she was focused on. But what I'm not surprised is that she actually did engage into a sexual relationship with Gendry. Because look at the stakes that were going on. They're about to fight the army of the dead. They may not make it out alive. And if you watch the episode, a lot of people were thinking, this is our last night in this world. Except for Tyrion. I think he was actually probably joking when he said, I think we're all going to live. But you got to see it from her standpoint. She had never been with a man before, and this could be her last night on Earth. And this has been played out time and time again, in movies and in TV shows. She didn't want to die a virgin. She wanted to experience what it was like to be with a man. And we've seen men do these same things in other movies and things like that. But I think it was just seeing Arya come off as a very, very youthful person. And Maisie Williams is 22, but she still has a very, very young-looking face. But she is a woman. And the Game of Thrones creators actually had to go out and do some damage control and state that the character of Arya is actually 18 years old. I just think it really caught a lot of people by surprise, but I'm not that surprised. It doesn't really bother me. I'm actually surprised that more people weren't actually doing it, on camera, because this is Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones they've been very, very hardcore on the sets involved in the TV show, even though it's calmed down quite a bit from like the first 2 or 3 seasons. So I'm not that surprised. But guys, what do you think of this? Did it bother you to see Arya on screen with Gendry getting on? Even though you did even see them actually having sex, they cut away to another scene. And when it came back to him, she was just laying down next to him. So there was really nothing to see whatsoever. But guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me. And we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.